What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Couch Potato. I have another power review for you. Today, I got my friend here with me, Dr.
Hello,
Crew.
it's your girl.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about power. If you have been watching our podcast at all, Good Dope Sells Itself, go check that out. We've been saying on there, we've been waiting for this show for a very long time at this point. So Raising Kanan, I hate that name, by the way.
You don't like it?
No, because I get hungry every time I think about it.
Oh, like Raising
Yeah,
Kanan.
and I'm just like, 50 just called that name and just said, hey, Raising Kanan. And it's just like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, so he just went with it. I feel like that was like a placeholder name. It was like, that's what we're going to call it till we think of something else. And then nothing, they couldn't think of
They
nothing
couldn't
else.
think of nothing else.
Yeah,
What
so
else would it be called though?
I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. Like
I think it's quite fitting.
all the other power books now, other than Ghost, are kind of like named after like, um, just named after like a subject. So it's like it could be coming. I don't know, just something
Or it
coming
could
of
have just
age.
been called Kanan. Like how
That's
the other
true.
one is called
The
Ghost.
Kanan story. I don't know, just something.
No,
Just something. I
Ghost.
don't know.
Kanan.
But yeah. We got to see episode 1. We wait. I'm a little late on this episode, everybody, but I am going to be dropping episodes a little bit sooner. But what did you think about this first episode? First of all,
I thought that it was a good episode. I feel like the pacing was really good. I think that it really set the tone for the rest of the season. I think it's gonna be a real good season. I think that the pacing was good for sure. 'Cause it
yeah,
was like, it starts off and like he getting beat up.
yeah. It was
Everybody
very
and
movie like.
yeah,
It definitely felt very movie like. It felt like Get Rich or Die Trying.
yeah, it was a good
Um,
pilot. Like it felt like it could have stood alone. Like if
yeah.
it could have been maybe like
Like even
30
if it
more
wasn't
minutes.
like if this was like the first show to come out in Power, this would have been a good start if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Um, I really liked it. I just like you said, I didn't expect it to go like just as far as to set up it's what it did. I didn't expect it to set up that much so fast. By the end of the show, like just everything that's in the setup, we're gonna talk a little bit more about it. But everything that was just in the setup conceptually, it was just a lot faster than I feel like a lot of the other power shows. It just feels like we're gonna be moving fast through the season, so I hope that it kind of stays with that, and it feels like um, they're gonna throw as much stuff at us as possible. And I
Yeah.
like that though, because it's like we have to. One of them, this and the Tommies feel like they're gonna be a lot more action centric. So I do kind of expect somebody to die in almost every episode.
Yeah.
That's how I like my power though.
Yeah.
I like my power when people dying, especially people that you don't expect.
Right.
So getting into the show, what did you think about like this portrayal of young Kanan? Like,
I think that like okay, because like when it started off, he's getting his ass whooped on the
yeah,
playground.
I
You know
love
what I'm
that
saying?
first scene.
Yeah, like he's getting his ass whooped on the playground. And you can tell at that time he was real timid. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Real timid, real shy, easy to pick on,
yeah,
basically. Um, and so he run his ass all the way home. I mean, they had to beat him to sleep.
They
Like they
they
literally did.
whooped him, and they were holding jukebox down.
Yeah, they
So
was holding jukebox back, like
and they took
she a
his
girl,
money.
which ain't hard. And like,
Right.
yeah, they robbed him. They beat him up and robbed
And
him,
took yeah.
basically.
So he ran home to his mom, and then his mom was just like, who did it? Where they at?" And she made her a sock, got her a sock, filled it up with batteries, and was just like, "You either gonna go handle them."
She been in jail.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. And
A
she
lock
had
and
a
a sock.
before we moved too far. She had a dope dealer boyfriend was downstairs in the bottom, downstairs in the kitchen, and Kanan said that that's the only man that he knew that ever treated he liked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he treated his mom right. So I feel like hopefully we get to understand more about him throughout the show because we don't get much out of about
Yeah,
him
cause
in the first season.
he
I
did.
mean, the first episode. I mean,
Cause that's pretty much all he said was like, oh yeah, this I forgot what he said his name was,
yeah, I did
but
too.
he was like, he was a cool dude, stand up nigga. He treated my mama right. He be dead in a year.
Yeah,
So it's like,
for ratting.
yeah.
Yeah,
So then basically what happens is like, they go back down to the playground and she's sitting there,
yeah,
giving Black Hood mama like, you
yeah.
go over there, you handle your business, you go get your motherfucking money back.
Right.
So
Kanan go there and he handled his business, and he said that's the first time that he really like gained respect from his peers. So I was like, that's automatically setting up the type of person that he is. Like his mom reinforces these things.
right,
This wasn't just something that he was sneaking around doing. Like this was who he was, and his mama accepted that, and she's
right.
pushing him to be stronger. So we cut to Kanan when he's 15 years old, and the thing that kind of I'm sure caught a few people off guard, but it's like he was already smart, but he was a scholar at school, so he had a chance to take a test to go to this prestigious school, and leave his school. But I don't like he just doesn't really want to leave. Of course, being who he is, he's not the type of person to really, and that's how you could tell. Like he's stayed that type of person. Like he doesn't want to leave New York.
Right.
He wants to be the king of New York. Like he wants to stay there. He wants to be there with his mom, his friends, and everything like that. Which I didn't understand. Like if he gets into the school, like he has to move in with his grandparents or something like that. Where is
Well,
he? He's just going to a different school.
yeah, he just was going to a different school
He
uptown.
blew that out of a little bit out of proportion, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
I'd have been with going to a different school, whatever, and then still being at home.
Yeah,
That's just
like
how I
he
would
was
have
gonna
saw
have
her.
to go live with his people uptown. And like, he didn't want to do that because he's Southside Jamaica Queens, and
Yeah.
like apparently the school is far. Like he would have to catch like two train, like you know what I'm saying. He would have to do a lot to get
He
over
had
there.
to
Y'all
do
know New
like
York is
Chris
a
from
huge
Everybody
city,
Hates
so like,
Chris.
yeah, and like New York is big, so like
It is.
Queens to I'm gonna just say Brooklyn because I don't really know, but
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying. Like that kind of be like Zachary to Gonzalez for them.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
If you do
So
see this and you from New York, let us know how far that
that
is of a
really
distance.
is.
So he go, they go and then they start showing Kanan's school life, and he's at the cafeteria, he's sitting with Jukebox and his crew, and he sees this guy Buck 20, and he does not like Buck 20. He fucking hates Buck 20. I honestly,
Pause.
what?
Buck 20 is Davina boyfriend, huh?
Yeah.
Why did that just come to me? You done killed that girl, old man.
Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that, but yeah, they show Kanan's love interest, Davina, and Kanan's been chasing her since second grade, and she's been playing him since the first grade. So it's like, but they still have like a little bit of a connection there, like, so it's like it's something there.
My mind is blown.
I know, right?
I
I
didn't
know,
even
right?
think about that. I had completely forgot that Buck 20 was Davina, old man.
Yeah, and at first Kanan, he sees, Buck 20. He don't like Buck 20. He's like, man, this nigga got money. He's getting money somewhere. So they show a little bit of Kanan's crew.
hate him.
He got like a Puerto Rican and some other dudes. They all kind of cool. We'll see how they flesh him out. But what the Puerto Rican dude famous, that's the one that they kind of showing the most of right now. So we probably see a whole lot more of famous going forward as
I
far
think
as
we're
being
gonna see a
targeted.
lot more D too.
Yeah,
D,
yeah,
D a stepper.
yeah, D is a stepper,
D a stepper.
for sure. So going on a little bit further, we see a little bit more. We meet the rest of Kanan's family. He has two uncles, and the uncles paired with the mom show the three sides of Kanan, in my opinion, as an adult. You got the boss and the strive with the hunger for more with his mom. You got the brash decision maker in Jukebox Dad. I forgot his name. Marv. It's something
I
with an
think
M.
it's Marvin.
Something like that. And then you got Lulu, the one Kevin from Snowfall, and he's the calm, calculated, smooth one. So you get to see the three shades of Kanan as an adult, and
That's an interesting take.
I know, and we're gonna see exactly how they do influence him in the game going forward. So Lulu is very smooth. He was like kind of picking up on Famous Sister when they went out to eat on Wednesday. So I feel like that's gonna cause some issues. But you can't really trust nobody in power. So I feel like she's not necessarily gonna be somebody that you can trust right away. But Lulu's probably gonna try to use that to expand um, into their territory and stuff like that because I think she has
She's
ties
from
with
Baltimore.
and she has ties out there in the music industry. So I feel like that's what he's going to try to do with her. But outside of this diner, niggas not necessarily pull a drive by exactly, but they just pull. They drive by, shoot the guns in the air to send
Yeah.
a message. Kanan's mom is just like they weren't aiming at us, so it's nothing. Kanan is just like, hey, these niggas is they dangerous. Like he's like we can't really like play around with people like this. So he's the one that's pretty much up in arms. He's like, I gotta protect my mom, and he has this test coming up. So everybody's like, the next day we meet Joey Badass character, and Alyssa just now found out
Hey,
that
I just realized that's Joey Badass because I'm like, oh yeah, unique, fine. I'm gonna have to go see who that is. And then Josh like, the Joy Badass. I done hit the flow. Like I don't know who Joy Badass is. Like what? 1999 album. Like, bro, come on now,
yeah,
you know Joy
yeah.
Badass. But like,
He's
he
really
is
doing
giving.
good.
He
He's
giving
doing
all
good
that
in
need
his
to be
role.
gave.
I was very skeptical of what he'd be able to do as an actor. No lie, I was definitely one of them. But he's definitely doing a really good job being unique. He's giving intimidating, and that's what was gonna be really hard to me. Like every rapper can't pull off
All
intimidating just
right,
because they're a rapper and they be around hood dudes and shit like that. Like
he doing good though.
yeah, he's doing really, really
He
good.
doing good
So
though.
they parlay and then they call a truce. Pretty much, Rock gives him a certain block. She said, "I'm gonna take these,
And
you
y'all
take
take
these."
these.
You know what I'm saying? It's a truce. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go about our way. But she was like, "I'm not backing down from nobody." So it is what it is. Like you take this, like
Yeah,
you're not
everybody get
finna
their money. Everybody good.
right, right,
No need for the bullshit.
right. So Kanan, he goes. It's funny how it just really just goes to the next day, but it's just like Kanan really didn't know these type of things. They kept him in the child's place. You feel me? So Kanan goes and takes his test, and he decides, I'm gonna stay and protect my mama,
Throws the test.
and just completely throws the test
B B
all the
B
way down.
B B
That'd be
B
so wild if
B.
he still passed that bitch somehow.
Right, and they be like, "You're going." And they
Yeah,
be
and
like,
he'd be like, "Well, huh?"
"I kind
But
of got some shit going on now."
right. So he throws the test and then he goes and meets back with his fellas. And then they find out that Buck 20 is on one of his mom's corners. They were and they go to get the straps. They were very wrong. Just to point that out, they were very wrong
Yeah,
because that's
and Buck 20 under Unique.
yeah,
So Raquel and Unique, like we said, they have already discussed this, came to terms with who getting what. So like Buck 20 and his friends, hustling on that corner, that's not they're not out of the way
right,
at
right,
all. They're
right.
supposed to be there.
They're supposed to be there. So Kanan and D, like I said, D is stepper. So D go get the gats and then he come bring them. They like, all right, we gonna take care of this. They step to him, and Buck 20 is like, the fuck you want? Basically, Kanan and D don't hesitate.
They just start
They
dumping.
just
They
start
just
upping them
start
bitches.
dumping. It wasn't no fuck you doing on my mama
Yeah,
corner, nigga.
right.
It wasn't no we clearing this out. Like no
Yeah,
word.
y'all
Like
got to
we
get
didn't
off the
even
corner.
speak.
Nothing like they didn't even think about the shit. So they just start upping the bangers, and they killed Buck 20 right there on the street, like on the sidewalk. Buck 20 gone. I really did not expect Buck 20
I didn't
to be
expect Buck
gone
20 to
so
be dead
soon.
so soon
I at
either.
least thought he was gonna make it halfway through the season. I know he wasn't. I knew he wasn't gonna make it through the whole season, but I
First
at
we
least
gonna
thought
move in on Davina on some sympathy type shit, and
definitely.
then Davina not she ain't of course she not gonna know that Kanan and them did that. So like I think she gonna start dating Kanan, and then some shit gonna happen when she find out Kanan killed Buck 20.
I think my theory is that because in the preview, is word on the street that Kanan did it. There's word on the street that Kanan did it, and he's just
Probably
like,
so.
nah, I didn't. That's just rumor. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I feel like she knows. I
Right.
feel like, and you can't trust anybody in the
And then
Power
it's like
universe.
I don't know how green she may or may not be.
I don't feel like she's green at all.
Yeah, I was just about
I
to say
feel
we
like
don't know
she's
how
gonna go
green.
for revenge, and Kanan is gonna get burnt. You know, scorned by his basically first love. Like that's what's gonna, you know. Like I feel like Kanan's really just gonna go through a lot of things that's just gonna harden him as a person,
Yeah.
and that's one of those things. That's why he didn't really have like a love. And it's like you saw he had a child, but he didn't really have a love
Love.
as an adult. Like his love was really the game. So I feel like that's not gonna. She's just gonna try to get revenge and try to get at what I'm saying, Kanan for Buck 20's people. Like I feel like that's what's going to happen. So afterwards, Kanan, his mom is out on a date. I do have to discuss that there. The Rock and Lulu were going to this club. It looked like Truth in the past, in my opinion. They go to this club and then they're discussing how they're moving drugs through the club. So they're meeting with the new manager, Holly. Even if that isn't her name, she looks like a Holly regardless. And
She do look like a Holly.
and she's like, your drugs are stepped on. It's some bullshit. I'm gonna call my supplier. And Rock is just like,
No, the fuck you not.
right, because she was just really talking mad greasy.
Yeah, like that. I
Like,
was talking crazy,
and
bro.
Rock just like, man, ho, you don't know who you talking to, man. So she sets up the play. So she's out while she's leaving. She meets this light skinned brother. Of course, it's a light skinned brother at the bar, bartending, and he looked like old fake ass Ghost. Rumor is that that's Ghost Daddy, but I'm like, this is the early '90s. Ghost would have to have been born by now.
And he looked real young. Ain't he in school? I think the dude is like in school or something.
Yeah.
I think he in college.
And I gotta remember when at the end of Power when they said that young Ghost and Tommy T's. I gotta see what year they said to take place, but I feel like Ghost would be like fucking kids and shit. Like so and he looks like he's too young to be Ghost.
Yeah, he was like a college
yeah.
student bartending at night.
Yeah,
Literally.
man. So they, they start flirting and whatnot, and then they go out on a date. While they're out on the date, he's talking about how he's looking to expand into real estate and stuff like that. And then one of was it Lulu? Lulu comes in and then lets him know something with Kane, and Rock gets up, pays for the dinner, and leave right away. So they all basically go back to Kanan's house, and they're just discussing what happened. But the craziest thing was like everybody was like, "Jukebox, where were you?"
But
And
like, what
Jukebox
y'all expect Jukebox to
to
do?
do, yeah. Like, what did you want her to do? And Jukebox was basically out having, trying to discover herself with her white friend. Her white friend went with her move, and Jukebox was like, hell nah, cuz. So they just like, we gonna hold hands. So Jukebox is basically gonna be discovering herself. Well, I mean, we already kind of figured that she was gonna be discovering herself, but it's just like she's really gonna be discovering herself in all ways.
Yeah, like we gonna be able to see Jukebox, like, cause her and Kanan the same at they kid, they
Yeah,
kids, like they teenagers. So Jukebox is exploring. She got this white friend, and they're. It's very obvious that they like each other, but I
yeah,
just think that Jukebox isn't very sure of herself yet.
right, right.
And and the little white girl was real cool. Like she tried to kiss her, Jukebox turned away, and she's like, "It's fine, like it's okay, like we don't have to move fast." So like I'm interested to see how they develop because Marvin is Jukebox daddy, right?
And
And he's really
he's not for
hard on
really
her,
anything because like
except for her being in the game.
yeah, because he doesn't even like her being singing and shit like
And
it's like
she
that.
can
Yeah, you
sing.
doing
That's
all
the
that
tea about
singing shit.
Jukebox.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that singing shit. Like he one of them type of people. Like
And it's
like
like,
damn, bro, let a nigga have at least some fun.
let the girl have a hobby, please.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
So Kanan stands up to his mom basically because I mean the first person he pointed a gun at he shot, by the way. So it's just like,
and murdered.
yeah. And so he gets sent to his room, and they trying to figure out pretty much what to do. But the
Wait,
dumb,
imagine you catch a body, niggas.
yeah, you get
Go
sent to your room.
to that room.
he tried to say step back. You know what I'm saying? He tried to fight back, be like, nah, I'm a murderer. You can't send me to my room. Hell nah, nigga.
Looking like,
what she was about to whoop him with her Timberland.
go in the room. Like, I don't care about none of that.
But the dumbest thing that she did was she decides to make Kanan take out the trash right after he caught her body. You know,
At y'all house.
at their house.
At y'all house. You gonna see him outside of y'all house.
It's not like y'all went somewhere
And
where
he
nobody
just
knows. And
killed someone earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, just a few
Like-
short hours ago. Like, it hasn't been long.
what? You
The
still
boy
got the
body
death
probably
stanch
not
on
even
you.
cold yet. Yeah, that's all. Like, his body's probably not even cold all the way yet. Like, rigor mortis probably just now
Yeah.
setting in.
It's
Like,
so wild.
it hasn't been long.
And then so some people that was waiting outside pull a drive by. They miss everything, but it was cool seeing, you know what I'm saying, Rock come out there and start busting that bitch. Because I don't really think women in power get a chance to shoot shit like that, or at least not since like Pink Sneakers. And I don't think she was shooting people like that. So that was really cool because she had like her bonnet on, Monique somewhere rolling in her couch. Had her bonnet
Like,
on,
she hard up,
shooting that
roll bonnet.
motherfucker. Bow, bow, bow.
Pew, pew, pew.
I was like, oh yeah. I love it so much. I love it so much.
Mom's with that bullshit.
What? Yeah, she with the smoke, man.
Mom's with that
Love
bullshit
it
for
so
real.
much. And then this part right here, and then we got Omar Epps pulling up looking like my boy Two Perp.
Too purposeful.
This nigga a corrupt police officer.
Swole as hell.
Trying to dig for information, trying to get people to slip up, you know what I'm saying? And
Of
nobody
course, Rock
nobody
gonna
giving
have
him
it.
shit, not giving him a
Wrong
damn
house.
thing. So basically like they were like, oh, they was pulling the drive by, and you know, we were just casualties and it ain't had nothing to do with us. They was aiming at the next door. I don't know what they got going on. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like that's just basically how she was. So that was I want to see how Omar Epps comes into the picture a lot more because he's, you know, the cop that's playing two sides, and I want to see how, because I feel like that's who influences Jukebox like later. I feel like that's who Jukebox sees and like, I want to be like that, so I'm gonna go to DC and I'm gonna do just what he's doing. So I want to see how, because I'm just looking at the light over there. I want to see how that plays into influencing her.
Yeah.
So after that, Rock and Unique, I don't know why I almost called him DC Joe. Rock and Unique have another meetup. They do another parlay,
And we gonna keep coming, Rock.
and it goes exactly how you expect. They are not having this shit. Kanan crossed the line, and Unique is just like, pretty much, even if we do, I want all the corners. I want all your corners. And even if I did come to a parlay, you know what I'm saying, come to an agreement and to let you live, you know what I'm saying? Even if I do come to an agreement and let you live, Buck 20 got his own people, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna want your head, so I ain't gonna be able to control them. You know, so it's like they got a war on their hands. Like Kanan started some shit.
Yeah.
Like some real shit. So they about to have they not getting money. So they gonna have to only move them drugs through the club. Also, quick break on that. When mentioning the club, Holly, the homewrecker, is getting dicked down by a black guy.
Lulu.
It was Lulu.
Fucking right.
That's funny.
Fucking right.
Because I ain't
She
even
seen
looking.
the blitz. Lulu was in that bitch, and the other dude, when he came, brought her.
Yeah.
Basically, Lulu in that bitch clapping Holly cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
That makes even more sense now
they
that it was
getting-
Lulu.
They fucking down to the ground, baby. And
And then Lulu
she
had somebody
smelled
come
something.
in, and put the dog in the microwave
And then
and put that bitch on broil.
and they barbecued her dog.
Yeah.
for talking crazy. Rock barbecued a bitch dog for talking crazy. So I can only imagine what else she's
Yeah.
gonna do. But she told her, she said, "Don't be fucking with me, girl. I'm not the
Right.
one, and you need to know this." So that while she up in there getting dicked down by her brother, they
Yeah.
sent somebody up in there to kill the dog, put the dog in the microwave, and so they fucking, and she smell like, "You smell that?" So she walking through the house. I forget the dog name. She
Bet
walking through the house,
Betty or something like
some
that.
shit like
Bella.
that. Bella. She looking like, "Bella, did you take a poopy?" Because like now it's starting to smell.
Yeah.
There's an animal in her microwave. She goes to the microwave, open that bitch up, and it's Bella. And sure enough,
Extra
as
crispy.
Bella stank, Raquel sitting outside. She roll the window down, and nigga walk up on her and hand her the dog collar.
Gangster. That was gangster as fuck.
Yeah.
That was gangster as fuck. So when we end the show, oh yeah, Rock was just trying to say like Kanan not in this, leave him out of this. And Unique was just like, man, he was in this when he was born in this. You know what I'm saying? When you and Defcon had a baby, I guess that's his dad.
His daddy.
Hopefully we learn more about him. We saying you and Defcon had a baby. He was born in this, straight out the gate. So Raquel basically just afterwards she took Unique to not Unique. She took Kanan to this beach. We thought that she was about to take him like to their grandparents, but nah, she took him to a beach, gave him a tool, and started teaching him how to shoot. And it was like she made him shoot the bullet and said, "This is a bullet that you're gonna be running from forever. You're gonna forever be running from that bullet. That bullet about to go around the world, and it's gonna be chasing you." And I was like, that shit was real as fuck, like, because that's exactly how he died. So he was like, you know my beginning, you saw my end. Now let's see how we get there. So like I'm really excited to see where this goes and see how it gets developed because they already greenlit a season 2.
Yeah.
So that's how I know. I'm like, okay, this is about to be fire.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they let the relationship with Kanan and his mom build through at least season 2 so we can really feel something when she dies because we know she's going to die. A part of the game and knowing 50 Cent. This is based off of him a little bit, and his mom was a boss.
Yeah.
And she died. So we know she's going to die at some point. So I just hope that they give us a chance to really feel something. So, because if they do that before the season is over with, I don't feel like it's going to have the same effect.
Because like this his mama. We need to see that.
Yeah,
because it already skipped 5-6 years in the first 10 minutes of the show.
Right.
So like we need to see their relationship. We need to see them run this shit together and see what all leads up to her dying. I hope it's like maybe the 3rd season.
Yeah.
That she get killed. I don't think she should get killed at all in the first 2. We need to see him
them
and his
come.
mama.
Yeah, that shit needs to build and build as a crime family because what his mom is doing is accepting him for who he is, and she's doing it before it's too late.
Right.
And that's where Tasha, is just showing the differences and a lot of like power. That's what Tasha was too late. Like she accepted it and introduced these type of things to her children when it was too late. Like one of them was already gone, and then the other one was already just deep into shit. So it's like Raquel.
They didn't have no guidance the way Kanan have guidance.
And also it's showing like how and why Kanan had so much empathy for like Tariq, and seeing him, have disgust for his father, wanting to be in the streets and stuff like that, and wanting to, just have his own. So Kanan saw a lot of Tariq in himself, and I was explaining to Alyssa like that's also showing the difference between his relationship with Sean.
Right.
Like he felt like Sean was not and just like he said, Sean wasn't loyal.
Right.
And Kanan is loyal to his mama. Like he is loyal to his mama. He'll do anything for his mama, and Sean was not. Right. And even like just like I think about even if Kanan survived in the end, I feel like he still would have let Tariq live. Like, he would have killed everybody else, but he would have let Tariq live because he saw too much of himself. And even still see himself being better because Tariq is still going to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you still have the opportunity to be bigger and better than who I am. So it's like, yeah, they set up a lot of contrast alone in the first episode, they set up a whole lot of contrast. But I'm super excited for this show.
I'm excited as hell. And I really like that a lot of the characters, like, you know, it's some people that we've seen before, like, you know, Omar Epps. But majority of the cast seems to be kind of breakout stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Kanan's
Don't really know
mom,
anybody else.
I ain't never seen her in nothing else. You know
Kevin
what
from
I'm saying?
Snowfall, he was in it. Like, we recognize him, but it's like he wasn't a breakout star like he
Who?
did Kevin from Snowfall.
Kevin.
Yeah, that's the one Franklin shot.
Kevin.
That's Lulu.
Kevin Lulu.
Yeah.
I knew I had to see him somewhere because you know who I said he looked like? He almost looked like, what's my boy name? From Juice.
From Juice.
I can't think of his real name, but Raheem.
I feel you.
He almost looked like him and another boy, well, not another boy, the other guy. I don't think you watch Girlfriends.
Yeah, Maya husband.
Yeah.
I forgot his name on there, but because that's the same person.
No, it was another one.
After Flex.
I'm talking about because Raheem and Maya husband the same person.
Yeah.
But it's another dude that looked like them. I'm trying to think of what he really played in. I feel like he was I feel like he was one of Moesha's boyfriends.
Ohaji.
Yeah.
Romeo Santana.
No, it's
Merlin
not him.
Santana.
It's not him. No. Yeah, not Ohaji. I can't remember his name, but he favored him. I knew I had seen him somewhere, but yeah, that is Kevin from Snowfall. All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
You give it way different than what
I know
Kevin
that.
was
I
giving.
know that's one thing I'm really glad about, that he's not playing like the same character. These are two completely different roles.
Because Lulu is very like composed, collected. Like
and Kevin was
a
not.
crash dummy. Kevin was a
Completely.
crash dummy. Lulu, I think Lulu going to the end.
You think so?
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think Lulu gonna make it all the way to the end, or if not, pretty
He's
far.
Yeah, he's gonna be at least pretty far.
You can tell he the smart. He moved the best.
Yeah,
he moved the best. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and it's a lot of breakout stars. And Davina is old girl from Greenleaf.
Really?
Jacob and Jacob and Carissa's daughter. I can't remember her name, but she was on Greenleaf. So to see her go from a church show, church, she was the troubled kid on Greenleaf. As much troubled as a Christian, as a PK could get, but. She around the way girl on here. So like I can't wait to see her.
Definitely.
Just be, because she got that, like she real jazzy and stuff, like, so.
What's crazy is I can't wait to see if Kanan, the guy that plays Kanan in Jukebox, because it's like they're gonna have to, like I said, they're gonna get harder as time goes by. So it's like they have to eventually start playing darker and darker and darker. I can't wait to kind of see that, because they're gonna lose a lot of. I mean, they're not innocent, but it's like you can tell they're gonna lose more innocence.
More and more innocence, yeah. They about to grow up fast as hell, because now they're like Kanan is in it. He in it.
And Jukebox is probably
not gonna have no choice.
Right.
She's not gonna have no choice because she's going to have to protect him.
Yep. Right.
Marvin won't let her do shit else.
Yep. And Kanan said she was one of the most savage motherfuckers he know. So it's like, she about to go through some shit.
I think that was definitely a solid pilot. I'm really, really excited to see what's coming in this season. I'll be tuned in every Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
we're gonna
not
be
even
tuned
waiting
in.
for Sunday.
Right, we're not even waiting till Sunday. 11 p.m. Stars app, I'm there.
Yep.
Period. But yeah, that shit gonna be fire. I think 50 Cent is really doing his thing over there. Him and Courtney Kemp, they over there owning Stars.
Yeah. I definitely need to see how I can buy some stock.
Yeah, they got that shit on lock. So
yeah,
I'm excited. I love all the spinoffs. I can't wait.
In
to
the
see
Power
what they
Universe.
The Power Universe. That shit is fire.
All right, we gotta wait for early next year for
Tommy.
Force. But
that's what it's called. Force?
Yeah, Force. I know, right?
So we got Ghost, Raising Kanan, and Force.
Force, and then Influence.
Who is Influence about?
That's the one with Rashard Tate.
Oh, Councilman Tate. Yeah,
And
it's lit.
yeah,
Power
his is gonna be
Universe.
more political drama.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that was all for the review. Let me know what you thought about Raising Kanan episode 1 down in the comment and help us fight the algorithms. Leave a like on these reviews and make sure you check out our podcast, Good Dope Sells Itself, releasing every Wednesday. See you next week.
Bye, guys.